going? Dan here with Fanatik Bike Co. And I brought y'all out here today to do a quick bike check. I figured that between all the cool bikes that people at the shop, my coworkers, have, and all the different setups we've got, it'd probably be interesting for you to find out what we're running, how we run it, and be able to answer any questions you might have about it. So we're starting off with my Ibis Mojo HD4. This is the Fireball Red frame, obviously, in size medium. I'm 5'10". I'm running a 50mm Anvil swage stem that does have a 5mm rise built into it. So along with my 35mm rise mandrel carbon handlebar, working with about a 40mm rise on top of this 10mm spacer. That's sitting on the Zero Stack Cane Creek 110 headset. Gold on the top, blue on the bottom to match my blue Cane Creek Helm fork. Now, aside from blue being my favorite color, I did pick this fork because I was curious about it, and it has been awesome so far. I will be talking more about that later, but you can also check out my coworker Brian's super in-depth review on all the technology that they've put into this. That is matched up to the Cane Creek DB Air IL. This was completely revamped and overhauled, re-released at the beginning of 2017. So far it has been trouble-free, but not only that, rides extremely well. I'd say it's comparable or on par with the Float X2 that was originally on this frame. Moving on, I've got the Anvil Forge saddle. That's been my go-to saddle for the past 3 years. I've had it on every bike that I've owned. Got a 170mm RockShox reverb dropper with the 1x remote that is all matchmakered up to my SRAM Eagle X01 drivetrain, running the RSC code brakes, which have been super stellar. Have them on my trail bike, 200mm rotor up front, 180 in the rear. I also have them on my downhill bike, and they've just been spectacular. I love them. Got Cro-Mags square wave grip. This is sort of a contoured grip shaped in the middle. That I was turned on to that by Raceface's Love Handle grips, but was looking for something a little thicker. So this has been a great grip that I've had on my last 2 trail bikes. I've also got Cro-Mags Scarab pedals. These also came off my previous bike, and I smash them into rocks all the time. I've had them for several seasons now, and they've held up with absolutely no maintenance at all. So that's awesome. Good to hear. Got those attached to Raceface's Next R crankset. This is their carbon crankset for trail enduro riding. I always had their 6C cranks on my previous trail bikes as well as my downhill bikes. For this year, I figured I'd try the sort of middle of the road option. The regular Next is more cross-country oriented. This has been definitely burly enough for all my use. We'll talk about those more as well. I think that brings us to my wheels. I've got DT Swiss's EX511. That is their Enduro wider rim. That's been awesome so far. No dents at all. I know we don't have a ton of rocks out here in the Pacific Northwest, not like in Colorado where I came from, but I've definitely poked some holes in tires with those, and they show no signs of wear at all. Those are laced to Project 321's new hubs, which use magnets in the pawls instead of springs, which is pretty cool. Again, I'll talk more about those here pretty soon. I've got a Minion DHF 2.5 in the front and a DHR 2.4 in the rear. I did try some 2.6s. I don't know, maybe I just didn't spend enough time on them, but I didn't feel like they were necessary, and they felt kind of a little sluggish. Anyways, personal preference, 2.5, 2.4. I do think that about does it for everything. So if you have any questions about why I'm running any of this stuff, sizing, I will be putting my settings for the suspension in the description below, so you can see how much rebound compression dampen I'm running. But if you do have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I will get back to you. Also, let us know if you want to see more of these bike checks from my coworkers and friends. If you want to do that, please subscribe. You can click this here. You can also shoot us an email, sales@fanatikbike.com, or give us a phone call, 1-844-FANATIC. That's 1-844-326-2845. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan here with fanatikbike.com. We'll see you next time.